Hi gorgeous, how are you? How many times have you cried this week? I could probably cry right now. It's such an emotional time, and I wanted to chat to you about being positive in times of emotion, because I know that's really hard. That might even sound naive. And yet a friend of mine, a gorgeous friend of mine, Esme, said to me this week, being positive in times of crisis isn't naive, it is a leadership. And we all need to be leaders for our lovely families, people that we care for. We're all going through this together. So the first thing I wanted to say is this isn't social isolation. This is spatial isolation. My lovely friend, business bestie, Sue said that this week. It is spatial isolation. So you've still got the engagement, but the engagement is going to change. And that's what we need to be aware of. So why did I come up with Get Gorgeous? Well, it's because a girlfriend came up to me and she used to say, "Hi, lovely." And it used to make me feel really good. Maybe I am lovely. Words have an effect. What's in your newsfeed has an effect. It's going to make you feel better or it's going to make you feel worse. So how is day one, kids at home, going for you? Is it really frightening, really scary? How are you going to carry on your business? How are you going to do X, Y, and Z? Well, that is why the universe created Google. My kids are going to self-educate. There is going to be a whole generation of young entrepreneurs, millennials and Gen Zs, that are going to be flexible and resilient. They're going to do it on their own. Now, that is a positive spin or that is naive. It's entirely up to you. But it's going to affect the way that you feel. So that is what I'm bringing to your attention. Notice how you feel. If you have a lot of moaning myrtles in your newsfeed, it is going to bring you down. How did moaning Myrtle, get on with Harry Potter? We all know we're all feeling sad. We're all feeling upset, but it's the drainers, the people that make you feel upset on a continual basis. They're broadcasting their misery. We can all talk about what's going on. Doing it with humour is very, very different. So be very clear. There's broadcasting and there's reaching out. Which are you doing, or what is going on for you? Are you just broadcasting negativity and just being really upset all the time, or are you reaching out? Everybody needs to offload. I had my group coaching call on Wednesday night, and my first question, not very different to the way I normally do these sessions, was, what was your worst day for you this week and why? We all need to offload. We all need to get rid of that emotion. That's fine. But doing it in a space that is supported and loving is going to reap the benefits more than just blasting. I liken social media to driving a car. So in a car, like social media, you're kind of protected. You don't have that face-to-face interaction. You don't see how people are responding to your comments. So you've got that element of protection or dislocation from the people that you're talking to, and therefore you don't realise what you're actually saying and the opinions that you're going to be receiving. And so, like driving a car, you broadcast things that you perhaps wouldn't do in normal day-to-day interactions. So what are you feeling? When you listen to somebody being really negative, are you feeling fear or are you feeling obligation? Do you feel that you have to listen to them? And it's the same thing in social interactions in the street. How do you cope with it? Are you listening to that continual drain because you feel that you should, an obligation, you feel that you're doing your duty? Well, can I just say to you, can I just let you off the hook? You are not being selfish by stepping away. In fact, you are being self-fulfilling. You are looking after yourself. Self-love. Facebook are doing their very best to get rid of negativity. I've had 2 or 3 posts taken off this week. One of them was because I put the hand marks on children in schools. They got these nightclub stickers and they were putting them on children's fists. and they were making sure that kids had washed their hands properly. And I showed it to my daughter, and she went, "Oh my word, Mum, are they stapling people's hands?" And Facebook got hold of this and took it off. So they're doing their bit. They're trying to take out all the negativity. It's not helping. So look at your newsfeed, and I implore you, make sure that you're very careful with who you listen to, because it will affect your mood swing and how you're feeling. We're all going through the same thing. It is a curve that we've seen before. It's the end of the way that we've done things in the past, and we are going to have to do things very, very differently. One of my posts that's really that's been really lovely to read, is what people think as their positive changes that are going to happen in the next 3 months, maybe longer. What things are going to change environmentally, things with new habits, new creative opportunities, all these different things that are going to happen for you. So this is a curve that we're going through, and the first part of that curve is shock, crying, upset, and you'll come out of that and you'll come back into it, and that's okay. That's supposed to happen. And then you get to the anger stage. How the hell am I going to cope? What's going to happen? Who's going to pay these bills? Why did they do that? It's nobody else's fault. We're all in it together. We're all going to feel moments of anger, and then we're going to go back to shock. And then eventually we'll get to tactics. How are we going to change? What are we going to do to make things differently? How can we adapt? How can we refocus? If you're feeling negative, that next step is going to take longer to do. So little tips, as you know from me, are exercise. Get outside. Exercise. When I'm posting this, it's Exercise Saturday. Go out and exercise Saturday. It's not social isolation, it is spatial isolation. You can go out. In fact, you should go out. Go and see the daffodils, go and look at the lambs in the field. It's all great fun. And secondly, notice who you're listening to in your feed. If it's making you feel upset, if it's making you feel down, then look after yourself, snooze them for 30 days and find positivity. Find something that's going to make you feel better. Okay? Reaching out is very different from broadcasting. Asking for help is very, very different from just going on and being upset all the time. Directing, asking for somebody to talk to, whether that's a husband, a loved one, a partner, a wife, anybody, that's fine, that's groovy. But if they've had enough, and why am I laughing? Because you know why I'm laughing, because my partner has had enough. If they've had enough, find a social group that works for you. Find a group of people that will work for you. Come onto a page, like the Get Gorgeous page, and chat here. It's fine. It's groovy. Or have a call. I'm inviting you to have a 15-minute call to offload, to let me know how you're doing. And if you want something more in depth, that's fine. That's good. You need that space, but direct that space. Direct it into a positive outcome. Take care, gorgeous. You are amazing, and you're going to get through this, and new things are going to evolve. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.